What up, everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today we're on the new account for one of the last times. I think this is, we got 3 left. 3 of them left. Almost made it to part 30. I think we're going to end on part 29, though, right? Today's part 27. Tuesday will be part 28, and everything keeps playing in the background, sorry. Today is part 27. Tuesday will be part 28, and then next Saturday will be the chatathon, which we're going to do this account. Try to go for hours and hours and hours and hours, but that's always up to you guys. Starting early in the morning, like 9 a.m. or so, and going for as long as you'll have me. Motivation been down lately. It's hard to get on here. I mean, you would feel the same, I'm sure, if you were in the same situation, though. So, yeah, not crazy that I feel like this. So today we're going to be doing Underspire for the first time and Bounty for the first time. Those are single-player events. Underspire happens every single week with a different restriction. Bounty happens like once a month with a new bounty captain, but pretty much the same team. Bounty's pretty easy, especially as you level. Like, your first bounty, you might not get all rewards. You might not, but as you keep playing the game, you're going to eventually get all rewards, and it's going to get easier and easier. Just like anything else in this game. You're not going to complete the entire Underspire on your first try. You're not going to complete the entire bounty on your first try. You're not going to get first place in your guild event until later when you level up a bit. It's like this part of the game is kind of just like we're into the grind of the daily. We're doing the same thing every day pretty much. Events do change though. Kingdoms change, events change, Soulforge changes, but it's pretty much you get into a routine of doing your dailies every day, and that's really all you can do unless you have like unless you have a bunch of hours a day you want to play this game, and then you would still do the same thing but just add on maybe more Underspire, more guild event, more PvP is what you would add on. So the next thing we're going to add is PvP, which will be Tuesday, I think. Either Tuesday or the chatathon. And that would be the last thing for real. And we would just do those things for a very long time. And eventually you would get enough resources to get boss troops and all the dragons to get a dragon. And you'd keep stacking up diamonds to get craft mythics in the Soulforge. And it takes time, though. You can't, like, sit here and force things. We would get all of our global medals eventually, Stuff would happen over time. You're not going to do everything in one day or 1 week or 1 month or anything like that. You just got to do the right things every day. So hopefully y'all can hear me. I don't see anybody here yet, but I can check myself. Yep, I'm good. All right. So we're level 304 or level 904. So we're trying to stop around level 1000. It should work out to be pretty close. But yeah, I'm just going to go over what I would do today, like always, and then we'll try to jump into some stuff we haven't seen before. The guild event maybe, the bounty, and the Underspire. And then next week we'll get into PvP, and that'll be everything you need for quite a while. Just keep doing all those things for a long time. But yeah, first thing I always do is, check your mail, get rid of these blankies. Just claim it. This is where you're going to get medals, trait stones, ingots, pet food, souls, keys. So make sure you're in a good guild. That could be a problem if you're not in a good guild. If you stay in like a crappy guild for too long. And badge of guard. Make sure you're getting these every day and then using them before they expire. So this one says 22 hours. I guess I'll just run it. If it has an H by it, I run it, kinda. Unless there's like there's a super... If the Vault event's coming very soon or Guild Wars is coming very soon, those are the only 2 events where XP boosters are kind of like worth more and better in those events. But otherwise, you just use them before you lose them while you're doing daily stuff. Then we look at our offers. Woo, look, we got a medal offer. I've been getting these, but it keeps giving me like Guard and Yasmin and Arania and stuff I don't need. I'm really looking for Orpheus and Nisha right now, I think. Maybe Seasons if they even pop up here. But you got to save the gems, because when they do pop up, they're going to be 500 a whack. 3 300 a whack, 180 a whack, stuff like that. And you want to be able to have the gems like the gems that I have there, those 6,000 are 4 medals and 4 guild events and 4 single player events. They're not just, you don't just spend them because you have them. They're already like spoken for pretty much. I just haven't seen the offer yet that they're spoken for. So same thing with the gold and everything. This gold is going to be used on factions, horde level, quality, guild tasks. I got to do a certain amount every week for my guild tasks. So I want to make sure I have that amount. You want to have like way more than just 1 week's worth of gold for your guild tasks, just in case. And then you want to have a bunch of gold for all the factions, all the horde levels and qualities you're going to have to do. Especially at this point, we got to do one every single Tuesday. And then like you got to do like five a month. Because there's one on the weekend once a month, and then you have one every week during the week. And every time one of those pops up, you're going to be spending millions of gold, at least 1 million, maybe 900,000, 750,000, 500,000, 1 million. That's how much gold it costs. And if you have 2 back-to-back, you're definitely spending at least 1 million or whatever. And that does happen because you have one faction expansion like every month or every 5 weeks or something like that. So within 5 weeks, you're going to have at least 6 faction events. And each faction event costs like 1 million gold to get your quality and horde level up so you can do it properly. So it's like that gold is spoken for, those gems are spoken for, those souls are really spoken for too. Like if I get troops that I want to, if I get good troops, if I happen to like open keys and get troops I want to use, I'll level them up. I'll use those souls. If there's a certain guild event where I need to use certain troops for a week, I might use souls to level those up. And then kingdom power. We're going to look at kingdom power like every once in a while, and we'll probably need a bunch of souls for that. So all these resources are kind of already spoken for. You don't just spend them because you have them. I'm not going to spend them down to 0 today just because I have them. I'm going to use them. They're all spoken for pretty much. But then we look at our XP booster. We got win 5 PvP battles, which is good. I do this every time I see it. That's the amount of PvP I'm doing at the moment. It's going to ramp up, though, like next week. I'm going to start doing more PvP. But for now, we're just doing it whenever this thing asks us to do it, or if it asks for glory. So you're doing your XP booster every day. So, here or there, once or twice a week, it's going to tell you to do PvP, and that's when you do PvP, at least right now. Once we hit level 1,000, around there, we're going to be doing PvP every day, pretty much. But before 1,000, you might just do it whenever this thing asks. Depends how you're playing the game, too, though. It all depends like how many hours you have to play each day. If you only have 1 or 2 hours to play each day, you kind of need to knock out all the things I'm telling you to do and not worry about a bunch of PvP or a bunch of Underspire or a bunch of epic trials. You got to be more focused on your adventure board and your dungeon and your XP booster and your City of Thieves and your guild event and your single player event and your maybe Underspire. But if you can play even longer, obviously keep going. Go do PvP. Go do more Underspire. Yeah. So we got this. I would do it. I don't know if y'all want to see that. I probably won't play for very long today, Motivation is low because other things are low. So the amount of time I stream is getting low. That's just how it works. But I would go to PvP. I would just go to Central Spire. I'll just show an example of it. So I just do a quick battle right now. Next week we might start doing Citadel Wars fights and stuff like that. But for now, I'm just doing like a quick battle. I'll pick the lowest level. I'll use a Beatrix Phenoxia or double Beatrix. Just win your fight. Just do 5 fights. Shouldn't be too bad. You might lose once. This is a spot where you could lose, but you'll still win 90% of the time. Beatrix it down. What's up, Yoke? Good to see you, man. For some reason, Saturdays are kind of light. You think more people would be here, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on, man. Everybody just wants to watch AI YouTube videos these days. They don't care about the real people. So I would do that. I would do that 5 times. Satisfy the XP booster. Bang. So 4 more times there. This would just happen. This would just happen. You don't have to worry about that. So if I did 4 more fights, these would pretty much be done. XP booster done for another day. And I'm like telling you, not showing you type of thing. I'm going to do those PvP fights. I just don't have time during the stream because I want to show you new things. So just assume that I did those PvP fights because I will later. So now we've done our XP booster. We're done with that. You got to do your adventure board. Look, gems, nice. Gems, pet food, gems. Extra class experience. Do these every day. It's only 9 fights and it's super fast. Same thing. Probably a Beatrix team or something. Boom, done. So let's just say we did that. We're done with that. We did our XP booster. We did our adventure board. We do dungeon next. So I got a freaking trap. I've been getting a lot of traps lately. You guys have seen this many times, so I'm not going to run this either. But I would fight this fight right now before I reveal another trap. So I'm not going to go, like, we already know we failed. So I'm not going to, like, reveal this one because I need to fight this fight first. But I'd fight this fight, then I'd reveal this one. If it's a fight, I'd fight it. I'd go find the next one, fight that fight. And I have been checking, though. I will check and see, like, what's my lowest jewel. So my lowest right now is green, so I might buy this offer because you get extra of the color of the day. So if you have one that's kind of lower than the others, you might want to consider just spending 50 gems on getting a little bit of extra of that jewel that you're lower on. You definitely do it on Sunday, but maybe also on whatever jewel you're the lowest on. You could do that like twice a week instead of just once a week. Because jewels are used for like weapons and a bunch of other stuff in the Soul Forge for crafting. So you want to have the jewels. So whatever your lowest jewel is, maybe boost it up a little each week by buying that. So we did Adventure Board Dungeon XP Booster. We would do City of Thieves 3 times. We are still doing that. You're going to do it for a long time. You better get used to it. You better lock in. Level 20. Every room. Treasure multiplier order. Definitely kill the boss. Collect your chest. Get your shards. Get your gold. Get your glory. Get your souls. Whatever it's going to give you. And then do it again. And then do it again. And stack up those shards. I got 2,800 right now. If we have time later, I'll open some of those. And we'll see if we can get some more of the troops. We have a lot of them, though, if you look. Like, we're getting there, but it does take a long time. So if you just type Delves. And we'll do base rarity. And we'll do unowned. So we're getting there, you know. I have a lot of the legendaries. Guess I'm still missing a little bit, but we're missing like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We're missing 13, so we have like 2/3 of the legendaries right now. Probably about representative of what we probably have like 2/3 of the troops in the underworld. So we still got quite a ways to go. We would have to do it at least 50% what we've already done. So for level 900, we're probably going to continue to do the Underspire the exact same way we're doing it until we're at least like level 1250 or so. But maybe once you hit like 1250 or 1300, maybe you got all the troops now. Maybe all your horde levels are on 100 and all your qualities on 10, and you could start increasing other, like playing other factions. But mostly just concentrate on Tuesdays and weekend faction events and upping those horde levels and qualities and getting those further for now. Getting all the troops down there and stuff like that. So we did City of Thieves 3 times. Just assume I did it so I can show you new stuff. So after I do that every day, you kind of think about what's the event of the day. What is today? Today is Saturday. So the event of the day is Bounty. Bounty started on Friday. It goes Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Those are the only 3 days you can play it. So it's the most... I mean, it's really like the guild event also ends at the same time that the bounty ends. They both end on Sunday, like Monday at reset. So they're kind of both like the same priority. But on most days, like on a Tuesday or a Thursday, most days it's your single player event because it's gonna not be there tomorrow. So we'll just say bounty would be next, and that's one that I want to show. Like, from here on out, I'm going to be doing fights and showing you stuff. So, just assume I did all that other stuff. You do all that other stuff every single day. And if you're not doing all that other stuff every single day, that's why. That's why. Whenever you ask a question, that's why. Probably. Alright, so... the bounty, right here. One of the best single-player events in the game. It's better than everything except for Vault event. So, if you get all rewards in the bounty... it's really, really good, like, overall rewards. Lots of orbs. I'm on 11 right now. I did play some yesterday. I got Ogress, Black Manacles, Forest Gremlin, Giraffatar. So pretty similar to what I showed on my main account. It's the same idea. I bought up to tier 5. You know why? Because I have enough gems to be able to play it properly. I'm not spending gems on weird stuff. If you don't have 6,000 gems, I would like to know what you spent them on. And you can always do better going forward, you know? So what did you spend them on that I didn't spend them on? If you've been following along and watching the new account playthrough, you've seen I'm telling you exactly what I'm spending gems on. So if you spent gems on anything that I didn't spend gems on, I would like to know why, and that's probably why you don't have 6,000, because you should be playing the Vault event just as hard as I am, or harder. You should be collecting tributes probably more than I do. Your kingdom level and power should be at least where mine is. Like, I don't get why your gem stack would be any lower than mine is. So you should be able to buy up to tier 5, and if you can't, you might want to go back and rewatch the entire new account playthrough, because that'll teach you how to not have less than 6,000 gems. There's no way you can just go farm a bunch of gems right now. So you gotta, like, not waste them. And when you can farm them, farm them. So I did buy up to tier 5 just like my main account. Really didn't cost too much. It was like 500 gems or something. So that's enough to get the Giraffatar mostly fully ascended, and have enough turns to be able to do this strat right here. With we have a bounty troop, which isn't fully ascended, so I'm not getting like max points, but it is my first bounty, so I'm not super worried about it. You know, if I was ever gonna like ascend a bounty troop, it would be Ogress. But like, you know, it's my first bounty event. I don't need it to be on level 20. It doesn't need to be fully ascended. I'm just gonna do what I can do. If I don't get all rewards, no big deal. Oh darn, I didn't get all rewards in every single bounty that I did, you know? Like, first bounty, I don't get all rewards, who cares? You know, I got to reward 17 or reward 16. That's still pretty good. And the next bounty, I'll get even more. And then the next bounty, I'll get all of them. So it's kind of a progression. You don't just jump into freaking bounty event and get all rewards immediately. I got Forest Gremlin, who's just a good, like, little utility troop here. It's a Leaf Storm, bonus green. It's also a bounty hunter. It can, like, if you cast this, you can, like, get a little green match and deal some damage. And this one you have to have on your team because it's the bounty captain, so it gives a lot of points. And it's not even level 20 either. So you see where I'm at here? I got level 18 on Ogress. I got level 18 on Forest Gremlin. I got level 19 on Giraffatar. And this one's fully traded. This one's fully traded. And that one's fully traded. So I'm just missing like level 20 on these, and that's it. But by next bounty, maybe I'll have it. And I'm using the Black Manacles because it just seemed like the best option that I had. I took a look at like Fiendfire and Morthani Scythe and a couple of other weapons, but Black Manacles it either hit just 1 or 2 damage. Like, there might have been one weapon or two that hit like 1 or 2 damage harder, but this one has a 20% chance to devour, so I'm not going to give up a 20% chance to devour over like 1 or 2 extra damage. So I think Black Manacles is the way to go, because we want to get class experience, so we want to use our hero. We could use Beatrix, we could use Tesla, we could use Chrysantherax or Stellarix or whatever. You can use any of those in this slot. But if you don't have all your classes on 100, you should probably use a weapon like Black Manacles or Ruby Weapon or Dawnbringer or Dustbringer or something, so you can get class experience too. So that's what we're doing. We got the Ogress, the Forest Gremlin, the Giraffatar, which pretty much everybody should have, and then this is the only slot that's going to be different. Like on my main account, I'm using Chrysantherax. I started with Tesla, I moved into Chrysantherax. Some people out there might be using Queen Beatrix, some people out there might be using Stellarix, some people out there might be using Ruby Weapon, and some people out there might be using Black Manacles, if you're super low level. But yeah, we're on the 11th fight, and it was starting to get a little bit hard. Where's everybody at, Yoke? What's going on? Are they wiping their butts with this channel and flushing it? What's going on today? Alright, Black Manacles definitely not one-shotting anymore. You could look for a spot for this. Like this would, like right here is a good spot. We can get an extra turn. Which, I mean, it's just going back into itself, but could do that. Could just cast Ogress. Just trying to get the Black Manacles up over and over. You can cast these, though, with this low-level team. My high-level team, I only cast this slot because it wipes it out in 1 or 2 shots. But on this new account, we're going to have to use everything. Let's do this. Why not? A little more damage. We could do this. We could, I'd say you do this if you can find a spot to get an extra turn. You do this if you can't. So, like, right now, I don't see a spot to get an extra turn, so I'm going to go ahead and do Ogress. Starla's here. They're all hung over? Yeah, probably. Let's do this. I even started a little later. Like, I've been having, like, a pretty bad couple of days, y'all. Like, nothing horrible. I've just, like, yesterday, just, I don't know. I've been real irritable, annoyed, and, I don't know. Stuff keeps happening that's not even anything, like, too bad. Just a bunch of little things are, like, picking at me lately, like, real bad. On top of, like, the channel doing horrible this month, it's like, I don't know. There's a couple of things this morning, like, I had to change my furnace filter. It was being stupid, and then my tire pressure is really low because it's super cold out, so my tire sensor's on, but I don't think there's anything wrong with the tires. Well, is there something wrong with the furnace? Maybe, maybe not. Is there something wrong with my car and my tires? Maybe, maybe not. Is there something wrong with the channel? Should I stop doing the channel? Maybe, maybe not. Like, it's a bunch of stupid stuff. And I was already kind of annoyed, and then all that stuff happens. And on a normal day, if I was, like, not... So if I was in, like, a good mood, all that stuff would roll right off my back. But today, it's, like, sticking with me and being annoying. Every little thing's getting on my nerves. And it happened yesterday, too. I woke up today, I felt like I was in a good mood when I woke up. And then stuff just started happening. I'm like, oh boy, here we go again. And we're supposed to get, like, a bunch of snow, like, tonight into tomorrow. So I'm probably going to be stuck in my house, which I don't mind. But everybody's running around like idiots, acting like they need a 22-course meal for every day. For every meal for every day for the next 2 weeks or something, when what's really going to happen is they might be stuck in their house for 1 day. They live in Ohio. We've done this many times. This isn't even the worst we've had in the last year. But they all go out and buy up all the toilet paper and all the hot dogs because they're weirdos. I don't know what they're doing with all that toilet paper and hot dogs. Are they shoving hot dogs in their butt and then wiping them with toilet paper? I don't know. But all the hot dogs are gone and all the toilet paper's gone because they're super scared they're going to be stuck in their house for 1 day. And while they're eating all their 22-course meals 5 times a day, they might have to poop a lot. I don't know. They suck. So there's no toilet paper or hot dogs for anybody else because they might get stuck in their house for 1 day. People overreact like crazy. Like, it's good. Like, they get tricked into it too. Like, the news is like, it's gonna snow. Oh my god, there's a blizzard. You better go buy everything at the store. And then everybody goes and buys everything at the store, and then it snows, and you're stuck in your house for like half a day. And like, now you got piles of toilet paper and hot dogs. And they tricked you into buying all that stuff. Because already it's coming later than they said it was going to come. They were talking about 2 o'clock today. Now it's looking like tonight. What's up, Swagmire? We got Swag, we got Starla, we got Yoke. Appreciate it. Super low motivation on this channel the last... I mean, we're coming towards the end of January. Usually January's good, and this January's been horrible. Hard to keep this up every month. Like, why's it gotta happen every freaking month? Appreciate it, Tyrion, the $2. Yesterday we had $1. That was good. We had 1 yesterday. We did double today. Let's go, Tyrion. We doubled up. I gotta start thinking positive, right? I like it cold in my house, and I hate fully inflated tires. Those suck. I want to be able to do a burnout easier. I'll have more grip. $2 is twice as much as $1, you guys. Let's think positive. Patrick Johnson, pretty cold here in Michigan. Woke up to -12 this morning. Was amused at the store yesterday just by wow. Completely unbothered. I know. That's how we should be too. Can you take it back? I appreciate it, man. You could, though. I don't know how. I mean, if you want to, you can. Just like I can take back all my videos. I can take them all back. And nobody would probably care. Just like, you know, same thing. Like if I quit YouTube, I can just private every single video. And then we'll be left with just a horrible liar that's telling you the worst advice. Who's more, you know, barely doing Gems of War anymore. People still watch. Oh, you got some white stuff? We're supposed to get it too. They're acting like it's gonna be crazy, but I feel like we had a crazy one like a year ago. And it can't be any worse than that one. And we just had some like a month ago, and it was pretty bad. I don't think it's gonna be like, it's probably gonna be the same as that. They go crazy when they start hearing about snow. Let's make a little green. There we go. Do an ogress. We're gonna need a big chatathon, I guess. February's always horrible. So if we have a horrible January, we already know we're gonna have a bad February. So that's 2 bad months in a row to start out 2026. Let's go. Alright, let's go to like, I don't know, how long have we been streaming? Almost 30 minutes. Trying to fit in a few different things here. And I'll probably only stream about an hour. Let's do, okay, so I want to do Bounty a little bit. I want to do Guild Event a little bit. And I want to do Underspire a little bit. So we got what? Like 30 minutes left. I already did a little bit of Bounty, so let's do like, you guys have probably already seen Journey a little bit. I want to do like 20 minutes of Underspire because it's newer. So let's just do a couple more. We'll do like 3 more fights here. I'll do 3 more fights here, and then we'll do like 5 or 10 minutes of Journey. And then we'll go do like 15 to 20 minutes of Underspire. Just to show you where you should be. Okay, Black Manacles is the whole point. So we're going to cast it. If we can't find like a spot for an extra turn here, we could cast this because some damage. So let's go ahead and do that. Like, and you could, if you have, this is the only thing you have, you would just cast it. But if you have like both of these, I think you look for an extra turn with this. If you have it, you cast it. If you don't, you cast Ogress. Let's do that. Which Ogress will blow up more of the board the higher level you get, you know? Boosted by her life, and just the more you level up, the more life she would have. She's like kind of like Thrall and Bork and stuff. She gets better the higher level you get. But she's still pretty good right now. Alright. Just go here. Do this. Just back and forth, trying to get up this Black Manacles. If you have damage, just take it right now. It's getting harder. Just do this. What's cool about her, if she dies, she'll just bring in a Fortress Gate, so we pretty much have 5 troops on our team. This thing could devour, like the more we cast it, the more likely it will devour, and then we'll have another tank like here, so we're kind of hard to kill. Just like the fights are going to get longer and harder. But I think we could do it. Dun, 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 dun. Purple and blue. It's been the same over on EverQuest, y'all, so it's not just you guys. My views have been down quite a bit over there, too. I don't know what's going on. Still posting every single day, though. It's like going into work every day and getting less money. It's real fun. I keep giving you a demotion every time you go in. I'm just gonna keep going in, though. I keep giving you a pay cut every time you walk in the door. It's like, why do I keep walking in here, damn it? How ascended are they? They're not ascended. Like I said, I'm not... It's my first bounty, so I'm not expecting to, like, go all the way and get it all the way done on my first try. You know what I mean? Like, when you first start doing push-ups, you're not going to do 8,000 push-ups. When you first start, like, running, you're not going to run 40,000 miles. You know, stuff like that. You're not going to know, like, advanced trigonometry as soon as you start doing math. So this is our very first bounty. Like, not all of our troops are fully ascended, and we might not get all rewards, but we're just gonna do the best we can do. So I did fully trade them, but I didn't feel like I wanted to waste blue orbs on them. I don't know. I was considering it. Like, it's a thing. You could do that if you want to, but I feel like next bounty will be a little closer to full score. And then the bounty after that will definitely be on full score. But I feel like it's a progression. You don't go from 0 to 100 on your very first event. Like your first bounty ever, you don't have like max points and go all the way and get all rewards on your very first bounty, do you? This was my main account, yeah, I would be getting max points for sure. Definitely complete it. Same thing with the Underspire. Like, I'm not expecting to go to the 7th boss and beat the 7th boss on my first try. My first, like, Underspire. I'll be lucky if I make it to, like, the 3rd boss or the 4th boss on my first ever Underspire. I'm more thinking I'll get to, like, the 2nd boss, maybe my first try on the Underspire, and then maybe the 3rd boss next week, and then the 4th boss the week after that. It's like kind of lower your expectations on your first couple of attempts at certain events. Same way you're not getting first place in your guild event. You know, you're somewhere in the middle in there. Like the Tuesday faction events, though, they're so easy. You should get those done. Like the class event on Thursday, it's so easy. You should get that. Like, you know, get the gems at least, what everybody else does. Some events you can go from 0 to 100 and get them all the way done on your first try, but certain other ones like Underspire and Bounty, even that Sea of Sorrow last week, the faction expansion on the weekend, I didn't get all rewards. I only got to like stage 17 or 18. I got close, but I didn't get them all. But then like the next faction expansion, maybe I'll get all the rewards. So, you know, still pretty low level with not like a bunch of troops or stats. So I'm just doing what I can do. It's better to try than not to try and get what you can get. Type stuff. You love it when it gets longer and harder. Get one of them pumps. Right. Got like 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade. You don't go straight to 9th grade from kindergarten. I would say it would probably take a person at least 3 or 4 bounties before they're getting max score and all rewards. And then like the weekend faction events, it might take you the same, you know, like it should take you 2 or 3 or 4 to start getting max rewards, you know. Build your way up to it. Don't get like irritated if you can't get all rewards on your first try at bounty. You could even stop. We could even stop, like if it's getting way too hard for us, like the fights, we could even stop and like repeat a fight that was easier. Like that's always been a strat for bounty for low level players. You just kind of sit in the same fight and repeat it over and over and over. Like, if I start dying, if this ogre starts dying, that'd be like, okay, I gotta keep an eye on this. And then if I make it harder and then she dies and the fortress gate dies, I'm like, okay, I'm really getting close now. And then if my ogress dies and the fortress gate dies and my hero dies, okay, I better stop here and go back 1 or 2 fights to where I wasn't dying and just do those. That way you don't want to lose the sigil. The worst thing you can do is like lose a fight, lose a sigil. It's better to like not do that. So if you have to like do an easier fight that's worth less, then that's what you do so you don't lose a sigil. We haven't made it there yet though. We haven't died yet or anything, so I'm still seeing how far I can get. Maybe I would get all rewards on this. I don't know. Still don't know really. I only played a little bit yesterday to get my team set up, and I got to like the 10th fight. I'm still kind of not sure. We're gonna see together. But I don't have too long to stream today, it seems like, so probably not. I'll just have to let y'all know on Tuesday. I wish we could sit here and like see how far we can go. It's just not, I can't afford it really. But we're still going strong. So see how far you can make it. I would love to show you how far I can make it, but I just can't afford to stream that long. So I think I could make it though. I think I could get at least to like here maybe. I'm not sure. I'll let y'all know on Tuesday like how far I got. In this did I get all rewards? Was I doing the 20th fight or not? I'll definitely let y'all know. Alright, let's do a little bit of Journey to show an example of what I'm doing there. I'm doing lowest miles. Once again, if I kept going and I kept doing this account, like next Journey I might not have to do lowest miles. But this one is it's like my first Journey ever, maybe second. First one I've like tried in. We got Knight Errant, Deckhand, Rope Dart, Prisoner Luther, just a bunch of mana generation around a Rope Dart. Leveling Titan. I'll show some examples of this. Do some fights. Then we'll have one more stream of the new account, and then a chatathon where it could go as long as you want, or it could go 1 hour, and that'll be it. Which every day is kind of a mini one. Alright, so with this weapon, eliminate all armor from an enemy and deal damage, then pull them to first position. I like to hit the enemy with like the most armor, just so I feel like I'm getting the most out of this. So I'll look over here, I'll be like, alright, this guy has 35 and 27, so we can kill him. Feels like you're doing the most damage that way. Now we just gotta get that weapon back up and do it again. So everything around it is to help it to get back up. So normally this is the best one, especially as you kill enemies. It creates 9 yellow gems boosted by defeated enemies. See, we got an extra turn, it got right back up. Let's take this. We got some skulls, but we could cast this first and then take the skulls, because you get an extra turn with this. So we'll go to the next one. Who has the most armor? This does. Boom, dead. Now we can take these skulls. Boom, dead. Take the blue. Take the skulls. This should do a lot of yellow. Bang. Dead. So we're doing okay in Journey. We're just not like, we don't have the Pathfinder, which we will next time, so that's another progression. This time we're just playing the Journey. I did buy up in the shop, but I didn't have enough orbs to like ascend the Pathfinder, or something. I didn't have trait stones or something. I wasn't able to take advantage of the trait that gives you more miles. So I'm not using Pathfinder, because it wouldn't matter if I used them. I wouldn't get more miles, but But this will probably be the only journey where I don't use the Pathfinder. The very next journey after this, I would use the Pathfinder and have it hopefully fully ascended and traded. Or at least somewhat. It's all a progression of... Can't, like, one-to-one replicate what you see on YouTube. Like, my new account cannot do what my main account is doing until I build it up to be able to do that. So right now I'm just scoring points for the guild any way I can. If that means not using the journey troop, that's fine. If it means taking lowest miles instead of highest miles, that's fine. Just doing what I can do right now. I'm not going to keep doing this forever, for years and years, but I'll level up, I'll get more troops, I'll get more resources, I'll get stronger, and then I'll play the right way. As you can see, I'm not like way at the bottom or anything. I'm 17th, level 900. Let's do a couple more. Lowest miles. Anybody has any questions? Let me know. It's next weekend, Tyrion, so next Saturday. It's the chatathon. We're going to play the new account. And it'll be the last stream, the last time for the new account. And I'll go up to 6-7 hours, whatever. I think normally I have like 10. It could be 8 hours. Like if we really wanted to, we could probably go 7 or 8. But normally it's more like 6 or 7. We might need to go 8 this time, because we're so far behind this month. When I say so far behind, I mean so far behind of barely having our nostrils out of the water, like doggy paddling, super tired, about to die, bare minimum, is what we're super behind on. Not like stripper Corvette money that we're getting close to. No, it's like barely being able to pay your bills amount is what we're struggling to get to. Okay, one with the most armor. Didn't kill him, but that's okay. Kicked his butt real hard and maybe take some skulls or something. This troop's like the best, so if you have it, cast it. We got this. We could cast this and then hope that's still there, but it does also like make a gem or something. It can screw stuff up on the board. Like right here, it destroys 3 random red gems. So you would think like, oh, I'm smart. I'm gonna cast this, and then I'll take the blue. But if it destroys like this down here, it's gonna mess up that blue extra turn. So I should probably just take it now, because it's 100% and it'll go into this. Otherwise, it's like, you know, if it's a skull hit, no big deal if like you don't have the skull hit next turn, you know, after the extra turn. But if it's like a giant blue that's gonna fill up a mana generator that you could use to get this back up again, like I'm just gonna take the blue because I'm afraid like this is the one's gonna get destroyed. It's gonna screw up the blue extra turn. It's kind of like when you have lightning strike on as a talent, and if you take an extra turn, it might blow up another extra turn. So you got to decide which one you want to take because it's not guaranteed to be there. On a normal board where you have like a extra turn up in the upper left-hand corner and down in the lower right-hand corner, you know that you can take the one in the upper left-hand corner, and then you'll be able to take the one in the lower right-hand corner because the board's going to stay the same pretty much because they're farther apart and they don't affect each other. If you have something like Lightning Strike on, though, you could take the upper left extra turn, it could blow up a yellow in a random part of the board and screw up that other extra turn, and now you don't have it. Same thing with like the rope dart destroying 3 random red gems. If you see an extra turn on the board, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna cast the rope dart and then take that extra turn, kind of like you do with the High King Iron Gut, and get some of its mana back. But it's gonna destroy 3 random red gems somewhere. If any of those red gems are under that extra turn, it could screw it up, and then you don't have it. So sometimes you do take the extra turn first and then cast the rope dart. I don't know, just think about like every angle, and like right here we have this, which would kill this, but it would be nice if we could cast this and then take this. So, but it's not as big of a deal as an extra turn, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And it's still there, so worked out. Alright, this thing should just be the most it's ever gonna make. She gets up this. Bang. Dare challenge me? You dare poop and pee? You poop on the poo-poo tree? You pee on the pee-pee tree? You pee on the poo-poo tree. That's what you do. Alright, so that's an example of the journey and where I'm at with that. And I'm still going strong. Just like the bounty. We're still going strong. I'm going to fight harder fights. I'm going to keep going. Same thing with the journey here. I'm going to keep going the way I'm going. It's going to get harder, but right now, we're not losing any troops. We're going. It'll be alright. I haven't had to do this yet. And I could still do this too. So I'm going to use all 12 of these sigils. I'm going to get 4 more tomorrow. And I'm going to use them all. So whether that means I use them all one at a time, doing the lowest miles, or does that mean like tomorrow it starts getting really hard and I have to double up on sigils? Like whatever it takes, I'm going to use all these sigils up and do my share. Alright, Underspire. I know, dude. That should be over by now, right? I've seen it pops up all the time, though. Even if you're not trying to say it, it just does. It's like saying 2 to 3. If there was a meme about 2-3, you know how often it would pop up that you would say 2 to 3 or 3 to 4? You would start noticing it every time you say it. Like, oh, it's been 2 to 3 weeks since I did this or that. You know what I mean? Like, just because it's a number we say, it's a back-to-back numbers that is a little range that we say all the time. It just seems like it pops up all over the place all the time. 23 would work the same way. 34 would work the same way. 45 would work the same way. I haven't done that in 2 to 3 weeks. Oh, 2-3, ha ha ha, 2-3, juggle your balls. Whatever they do. Play with their balls, whatever they're doing. They say 6-7, then they play with their balls, I think. Underspire, we started doing this week. It's going to be a progression. We're just going to see how far we can get. We're not going to buy torches right away because I'm not going to buy a bunch of torches and then not be able to make it and waste gems. So I want to do an Underspire where I don't buy any torches and I see how far I can make it. If I make it really far and I use up all my torches, then next week I'm going to start buying freaking torches. If I get to a certain point, then I just can't beat a certain boss or fight, and I can't even use all my torches because it's so freaking hard that I'm losing torches, then I'm not going to buy torches next week. I'm just going to try to do better and get more stats, more better troops, and trade them, ascend them, level them, and do better next time. So we're kind of seeing where we're at right now with this Underspire. It's our first one. Same way we're seeing where we're at with the bounty. But this is just a Sentinel, right? So I'm not going to fight this. It's not going to really give me anything. I'll come back to it. Anyway, let's show you where... Because I did some of the Underspire, so... Let's check it out. Where's my map at? It's easier to look at the map on PlayStation, I feel. Just push, like... Alright, here it is. Okay, so we started... right here. And this is the first merchant, so every week you should do this. At least to here. As soon as you open the Underspire, pretty much. Whatever level that is. Way back when you're level 300 or something, 400. You should go to this, because you get a free lantern. All you gotta do is fight one fight right here. So it starts you here. You do one little fight. And it's really, really easy. So it doesn't matter if you have troops. It doesn't matter if the troops are leveled. It doesn't matter if the troops are traded. Just put your hero on a team with a weapon. Throw a few troops behind it that you don't even level or trait. And kill this one easy, super easy fight. Go here, get your free lantern. Your lanterns carry over forever to the next week, to the next week, to the next week, but your torches don't. Lanterns are to double loot, which you'll double the boss dragon loot. So you want to collect that lantern every week, no matter what, whether you're playing the Underspire or not. This week we're going further, so you get 7 torches a day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You get 7 torches. So you get 49 in total. So you get 49 like free turns to see how far you can go in the Underspire. So that's what we're doing now. So before now, we were just grabbing our free lantern, fighting one fight, and then we're done. Now we're actually going to use our free torches, which don't carry over to the next week. So you use them or lose them, the torches. And we're going to see if we can make it to like the second boss, the first boss, the third boss, something like that. There's 7 bosses. It gets harder and harder and harder. And you're going to want to double the loot of a boss. You know, the best one to do is the 6th boss, but right now, the 6th boss is probably never going to be possible. Like, this new account's going to be over before it's possible for me to do the 6th boss, so I'll probably double the first boss's loot or the second boss's loot or something like that. So we continued. This time we went this way. We did that fight, we did this fight, and then I went highest level. So it'll show you this fight, and it'll show you this fight, and it'll show you which level they are. So I went highest level, which was this way, and I found the door. So I found the door, but it's locked. You need a key to get through the door. But you're going to have to find the door no matter what. So you do highest level to the door, because you got to find the door. Whether you have the key or not, you got to find the door. So I find the door. So then I go back, and I go find the dragon. The dragon has the key. It's probably like right here. Yeah. So I found the dragon after that, killed the dragon, which gives me the key, and now I can go through the door. So I kill the dragon here. That lets me go through the door here. So I go here, and I just do highest level again. We're here. We go through this door this way. Right? I think so. Yeah, I must have went down here a little bit, like the wrong way, maybe. A little bit. I went through the door. Now I did highest level again. So, which was this way. So I went here, I went here, I went here, I went here, and I found the door. There's no reliable way to find the dragon, so after you find the door, you kind of just have to wander around until you find the dragon. So I found the door, and now I'm wandering around looking for the dragon. So I think I went this way. And I just found a merchant, which the merchant is good the first time you see him, before you fight the first dragon. But any other time you see him after that, he's not good. You don't want to be buying, you don't want to buy this. You can get this for free off the dragon. So this is a waste of gems. You don't buy this. These trinkets, right now they're kind of giving them out like candy, so you don't really want to be buying trinkets either. You just don't, you ignore the merchant. If you get the merchant after the first, there's one good merchant and he's the second fight of the freaking whole thing, and then you ignore the merchant from then on out after, because he's bad. You don't want anything from him. So when you see him, you went the wrong way, and you're like, oh man, stupid merchant. So I was like, oh man, stupid merchant. And then I went this way, and I seen a trap. Okay, these are usually good to fight. So on my main account, I'll fight this. It's not hard. You get extra loot for fighting it. But on this account, it's freaking hard. These things are hard. Like, I never knew they were that hard until I tried to fight a trap fight on this new account. So these are kind of hard if you know, especially right now, our very first Underspire. These trap rooms are kind of hard. So I fought it. I think I fought a different one like earlier. I don't know where it was because I don't see it anymore. But there was a different trap room and it was like really hard. So I'm like, oh crap, I don't really want to fight this second trap room. So I go back and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try going this way. So I went down here. Oops, another trap. I'm like, ah, man, I really don't want to fight those trap rooms if I don't have to. So then I went back up here. Like, all right, let's try going this way. So I went here, and look, I got this thing, which transports you to, like, a different area of the Underspire. It's like a new room we got with the newest update. So sometimes you'll find these, and it'll transport you to somewhere else in the Underspire. So right now we're in the second zone, if you will. We're looking for the second boss. We found the third door, and we're trying to find the second key for the third door or whatever. So this is probably sending us somewhere like the freaking 5th or 6th zone. So I could fight this, but it's going to be really hard. And I'm not really even trying to go to this 5th zone or 6th zone or 7th zone. So it's cool to see, and it's fun to click on. So it makes like a Back to the Future freaking noise. But it don't cost anything to just click on it either. I made sure before I was like wasting torches. But I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going that way either. This would be even harder than, like, the trap rooms I'm avoiding. So I'm like, all right, I'll go this way. Went this way, and I got a Sentinel. Which Sentinels are cool, like, if you're a higher level and you're trying to collect the Sentinels. And it will give me some sort of loot, but it's kind of just like a little treasure room. If I beat the second boss dragon and I want to come back and do something, I'll do a Sentinel then, if I have enough torches left over. I think this would be a good one to do after I'm done. It's Sunday. I beat the second dragon boss. I have a few torches left. I'll come back and fight this fight then. For right now, you can skip it and it just always be here. Really, my main goal is get to the dragon right now. So you could fight it now if you want to, but you could also skip it and fight it later after you do your main goal, which that's what I do. Especially on my main account when you only get so many torches and you're trying to make it to the 7th boss and it takes like 90 something torches and sometimes you like just have just enough torches. So if you skip Sentinels, you might make it to the 7th boss, but if you fight all the Sentinels, you might not make it to the 7th boss. So you kind of want to get to the 7th boss first and then go back and fight the Sentinels after. So I'm still doing it like that here. So now we got to fight a freaking trap room because it's either this way or this way. That's our only two options. And I usually choose the way with like the least other options. Like we fight this, we're going to go this way. If we go here, we got to choose left or right. So it's nothing like, there's no strategy involved with that. It's just the way I do it. So I'm going to go here, I guess. This is going to be a hard fight too because I already fought a trap and it was hard. So let's do it, I guess. My team sucks. It's my first ever UNDERSPIRE team. It sucks. If you look at like my options, I don't really have like anything amazing. This restriction kind of sucks even if you have everything. So I got a Mortal Rakia. That's like all I got for real. I should move her up maybe in the team a little bit. Maybe there. I don't know. It's kind of fun to do the Mantis and the Devoted back-to-back though. Mantis could still catch Brown. It's way lower mana cost, though, so I'm going to put it down here, I think. We'll move the team around a little bit. I might need to switch to Elementalist eventually. Like, it's definitely getting hard, but who else am I going to use? You know what I mean? Like, I don't have that many troops, and none of them are that good. So I'm going with my best one, which is this. And then mana generation, and my hero with the best weapon I have. Like, there's no... Look at these weapons, too. Like, I have nothing. These all suck, so I'm using the one that does damage and silences. So I'm doing my best with what I got, and it's kind of hard. It's a trap! Look out, Indiana Jones! Oh yeah, I mean, if the high-level strats, you could skip a dragon, like Tyrion's saying there. I mean, as a newer player, though, you probably want that orange orb or whatever it is, right? Like, later on, like, if you're a high-level player, maybe. But right now, we probably shouldn't be talking about skipping dragons. I'd probably want to fight the 3rd dragon on this account. Alright, let's see what we can do. This does get hard. Like, eventually, this whole screen's going to be filled up with trap gems. And then whether I blow them up or not, the freaking enemy blows them up. Like, I don't even have anything that explodes on my team. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to be good. Like, the first trap I fought. Like, I'm going to be good. I'm not going to blow these up anyway. But then the stupid enemy blows them up somehow. And these, like, look at their stats. Like, their stats are okay. Like, it's going to get harder and harder. These trap fights are already kind of hard for me. And their stats aren't even, like, my stats are higher. But this one might not be as bad. Sometimes maybe this is like a lower level trap fight than the one I fought before. Kind of depends which way you go. So I might be talking it up right now, and it might not even be that hard. It's like the faster you beat it, the better, because the longer you're in a fight with a trap, you know, it just keeps on trapping trap gems all over the board. This one's going well, actually. This fight's going well. You guys are good luck. Let's go ahead and cast this. Can't silence a trap. These things are impervious. Let's do this, I guess. We'll just pick... we can do brown and get up Mantis. Could do purple. Yeah, she's really close. I'll do purple. And then she'll probably kill them. Alright, we made it, we made it. I kind of made it more scary than it actually was. But imagine a trap room on like the 3rd zone or the 4th zone. Like it can get hard. So you might need to use trinkets. Trinkets just give you like a little... Here, let's go over trinkets, I guess. So you can use these if you want, but I normally save them for like harder boss fights and stuff. The same way you would save a lantern for a boss fight. You kind of want to save your trinkets for like, oh, it's the, the final boss of your Underspire this week. You're only trying to make it to the 4th boss or the 2nd boss or the 7th boss or whatever. And it's hard, like you lose a torch or something fighting it. It's like, then that would be the time to use a bunch of trinkets and try to, even the odds a little bit. You don't want to just use them willy-nilly, basically. You only want to use them on fights where you could potentially lose. Because they will run out if you're using them all the time. Frost Trinket will just kind of freeze the enemy so they can't get extra turns. Bone Trinket puts some skulls on the board, which kind of can backfire. Hex Trinket, curse all enemies at the start of battle. Wild Trinket creates 4 times 3 wild cards at the start of battle. This one's pretty good. Might be the best one, Wild Trinket. Resistance Trinket gives spell armor to all allies. Death Trinket will death mark all enemies. So if you have a really hard fight, you might do Frost, Hex, Wild, Death, and Resistance. If you have a Skull team, you could do Bone, but otherwise, sometimes this will just backfire on you. So that's like the worst trinket. So in order of like the best to worst, Wild's probably the best. Resistance is decent, especially against dragons and stuff. They're gonna hit you with spell damage. Death is good if Death Mark goes off, Curse is decent, and Freeze is decent. But I think this one's the best. Like, it's gonna help you the most. And this one's, these two would be the 2 I'd probably want. And then I definitely would like to put a death mark on them. And these will help, like, they're not gonna hurt you. But this is the only one that I don't like too much. If you put 6 Doom Skulls on the board and then you don't use them, the enemy will just use them on you. Remember, just use trinkets when you're in a fight that you've lost before or you're very nervous that you might lose. And only use lanterns when you're doubling boss loot. Alright, let's do this fight. Use all but Wild and Bone. Yeah, Ruby and Diamantina fights. Yep, that's what she said. Alrighty. We take skulls. Got a blue extra turn. Got purple and red. Sure, what our main damage dealer need. Got this guy. Do it. Missed. She give us anything? Right here? Here? We missed, but then they missed. Let's do this, and we got 14 blue, 11 yellow, 13 brown. I'm gonna do the brown. This guy is under everything else, so he'll actually maybe get out. We got this. Hey, let's go ahead and cast this maybe. Got her silenced. Let's do this, I guess. Got 12 red. Trying to get Immortal Rakia up. So we'll just take the red. Takes a while to get up. She's all I got. Let's cast her. Doing some good damage. Only one enemy left. And if you lose a troop or whatever, it'll be back in the next fight. The only place that's a thing really is like factions, delves. There are some game modes where if you lose a troop, it costs like points or something, but this one would not. Like if I lost a troop here, it would just be like, okay, it's getting hard, but I didn't lose any points or anything. As long as you get it through the fight. Ah, he keeps missing. Keeps missing. What do we need here? We probably just need yellow. Okay. And we win. Maybe we can get to a dragon and kill the dragon before we stop streaming. That'd be nice. So let's keep it moving. Don't accidentally use a lantern. That's a mistake you could make. Just use your torches. Got a yellow extra turn. Got a skull extra turn. Got this. We have this. Got this guy. Hopefully he doesn't miss for a third time in a row. That's better. I'm not really expecting him to get an extra turn, but, you know, make some matches at least. Come on, dude. Alright, now we can do this, and there's 14 yellow, 13 blue. Let's just do yellow. Nice. Got this. Now we got her. Got this. Let's go ahead and take these skulls. Kill that. So she has less targets. If you can kill something before you cast her, she'll have less targets. And it'll be way better. So this isn't going to kill anything, though. Or else I'd cast that first. So I think I'm going to cast this. Alright, lots of damage, but didn't kill anything. Got this. That. Okay, we got all this. Let's do red. Working on getting her up again. We can get her up again, we probably kill everything. Uh-oh, they might go to town with that. But they could self-destruct. While they're doing that, I'm gonna mute up. Those are Tinkertown troops. It's one of the harder factions to do pure faction in. Because they can self-destruct. It just self-deleted itself. It self-deleted itself. We almost got Rakia. They summoned a bunch of crap in. Okay, we're getting there. They got one left. Silence it. Skull hit. Go on yellow. Got this. They're dead. So long, difficult fight, but we didn't lose any troops. So we're still cruising. I think my goal for this Underspire, especially with only 10 torches left and only getting 7 more tomorrow, it's probably just going to be the second boss on my very first one. So if we can make it to that second dragon, that'd be great. Alright, I'm gonna do like we'll do this fight and we'll see what's if a dragon pops up or something, we'll do that, but if not, it might be it for today. Might be it for today. I'll draw my naked lady picture so I'm on a corner. It's really cold outside too. Should just take Rakia mana maybe. They're getting a lot of skulls, which could be a problem. Ouch. Got 4 HP, that's not good. I don't have any way to, like, summon either. Oh boy. This is gonna be a hard fight, maybe. The other way was a trap, too. This will give them an extra turn. Sick. They're just gonna keep throwing skulls on the board until I can kill that thing. Ouch. Come on, Rakia. Kill this thing. Ah, oh, so close. No! Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. Of course! Yeah. We might lose a torch here. Oh, no. Well, we killed that. We got the Desert Mantis gonna solo them. And this guy throwing skulls up, not the other guy. Ouch, ouch. Might need trinkets for this fight, dang it. Or we can try the other way. Man, we're dead, we lost. Okay. So, let's try this one. Maybe we're just stuck. Maybe we have to use trinkets. Let's try the other way, I guess. I just have to play more carefully, I guess. You know, I'm at the end of a stream. I'm looking to get off of here. Like, if I was playing, I might have been more careful in that last fight. But we might have still lost anyway. They were throwing so many skulls up on the board. All right, here comes the trap gems. 11 and 11. See if we can win this fight. We can't silence them. 12 and 10. Let's do this. This one looks like it might be hard too. We might be screwed either way we go. Alright, killed one, killed one. Come on. $13 yellow, 11 brown. Let's do this. Oh boy. Ah, they just poisoned me. That's not too bad. Got this. That. Let's take the skulls while we got them. Ouch. Let's do this. Alright. Might have this one. Do this. That. Do it again. Got him. Nice. It's kind of fun to be fighting things like this that aren't just walks and kind of... It's more fun to be fighting fights that I could actually lose. And it's the wrong way. But we got this thing. I think that reveals like a portion of the map that we can't get to. So it's not the right way. It shows you like a portion of the map that you can't get to yet. How do we get there? Way up here. Yeah, I was just trying to see if it like would show me which boss it was or something. Alright, let's try this one fight one more time. I think it's the only way we can go, right? Or this, can we go this way? Now let's see all of our options. Here's our locked door. We came through this door. We went up here, this is a dead end. So we went down here. We found the door. There is a trap room right there. We could go this way. We tried this fight and lost it. This is a dead end. So I guess we'll try this one. Alright, this will be the last fight either way. See if we can beat it. I gotta get out of here, man. Youngblood, what up? Trying to like put myself on a shorter leash on these type of days, you know? Way I don't feel as disgusting when I get off the stream and like, why the hell did you do that, bro? At least I'll be like, at least I got out of there. Like I can always say that to myself. It feels a little bit better, honestly, when I can be like, hey, at least you didn't stream for like 2.5 hours, dummy. At least you realized where you're wanted. Get up Rakia. Brown into blue. We already had the Mantis, though. The Mantis. 15 yellow. That's a lot. Let's do this guy, though. Oh, got Rakia. Let's do her. Let's do Rakia. These trap rooms are getting harder. Can we beat it? Let's do this. Alright, we gotta get everybody back up now. 16 yellow. Or we could do this. I think this is always better. So we can give some mana to that, maybe. Got this. That. Kia's still not up. Can do this. This. Try to do this again. Or we could do this. Maybe get a kill. Nope. Nice, some skulls. Got this, that, this, and they're dead. Alright, we beat another trap room. That was fun, challenging. And it's another dead end, so now we know we have to go that other way. Man, I almost want to do it. It's kind of fun. I'll just keep going. Let's see if we can beat this. What can we do? We could start by, instead of like starting with trinkets, we could start via, like, do Elementalist. It's a little upgrade you can make to your team. Especially since we have the third trait. So let's try it with Elementalist first before we, like, start throwing trinkets at it. So we have Elementalist, we can try that first. Trinkets, if we use them, they're gone forever. So if I lose another torch here, I'm definitely going to have to use some trinkets. Like, I tried twice and lost twice. If we can get some extra turns and tie up their first slot, it'll make a major difference here. There we go, perfect. Now, we can hit them with skulls, but they can't hit us with skulls. I almost don't even want to take them, though. I'd rather him stay like that. So I'm going to shoot this. Ah, of course. Let's do this. We'll do yellow, I guess. More extra turns, the better. And we hope this doesn't cleanse. So a way you could make your team better if you lose a fight is equip Elementalist. That's always my first go-to. I was trying to level Titan, so try to level a class as long as you can, but in certain events, you might have to actually use a really good class to, like, make progress once you get to a certain point. So you can't just keep forcing yourself to use a crappy class if you're losing. You're not getting class experience if you're losing the fight. So you might as well use a good class and win the fight. But yeah, try to use a class that you're leveling as long as you can. Alright, got them all effed up with my Elementalist. Which I think is going to make a major difference here. Because the main thing they were killing us with was skulls. If they're all entangled, they're not going to be able to do that. So I can hit them all I want, but they can't hit me. Got it. Let's go. What's the best pet? I would say probably Mini Mimic. So you get gold. You get more gold for every single fight in the game. Any other pet? They're all so specific that they don't apply to every team, right? Pets aren't very good. Like, don't worry about pets too much. Because they don't do very much. But Mini Mimic, Moon, and Lucky all do something you need every single fight. They apply to every single fight. They're going to give you more souls, more gold, more experience. But, like, Emberclaw's Dingleberry only gives you stats when you're using Emberclaw, and you can't always use Emberclaw. A pet that gives you extra stats if you're using Beasts only applies when you're using Beasts on your team. Otherwise, it's giving you nothing. A pet that gives you an extra little boost for yellow troops only applies to yellow troops. So if you're using one yellow troop, it's only doing something to one yellow troop on your team. It's not helping your entire team. So pets, they're not. You get them, you collect them, but you don't overly hyper focus on them because they're not really doing as much as you would hope they would do. You don't like send a pet into battle and it helps you fight or anything. They don't give you like mega bonuses to your team or anything like that. They're really tiny, passive, extra things that apply sometimes, are what pets are. Alright, I might as well keep going. I feel like it. I feel like a dragon's coming soon. Yeah, any pet that affects every single fight that you do are the best pets. Some pets will never affect anything you do. Some pets are cosmetic only. Some pets are just for one very specific troop. Some pets only affect blue allies. Some pets only affect Leonis Empire allies. Some pets only affect goblin allies with a fire, like a flaming hula hoop doing a backflip. Like, it's how most pets are, actually. Most pets affect goblins with a flaming hula hoop doing a backflip. And are you using... How often are you using goblins with a flaming hula hoop doing a backflip? Because that's how often that pet's actually doing something. But you do need like 3 or 4 pets for kingdom power. It's nice to have pets. It's a passive thing you collect that doesn't do as much as some people think that they do. Alright, we're in another trap room. I don't know if Elementalist is going to do anything here. I should have took that. That was nice. For our Rakia. Elementalist ain't going to help us here, y'all. Maybe Orpheus would. Ouch. That was cool. What do we got? I think I'm just gonna do it because I want less trap gems. I don't know if it does. I feel like those should replace these. I don't know if they do though. What sucks is when like the whole board ends up being these, and you can't really. Look at that. So many. Just makes everything harder. I don't even really want to cast this right now. I want Rakia. Let's take the red. Alright, at least they didn't tangle. That's not too bad. Oh, I'm gonna... It's hard to get mana, and then they're doing all the status effects to you, and they're hard to kill. Alright, I got rid of one. It just can get annoying. If you let these fights get out of hand, they can get annoying. My main account is never worried about a trap, but this it's like kind of like the Guardians when you're doing monolith battles. Like my main account would never worry about a Guardian, but this account right here would shake in its boots about a Guardian maybe. Stick purple. I gotta take those. Oh. I gotta kill. Gotta take red and purple whenever I can. Ah, come on! Almost got it. Ouch. I just need yellow at this point. Yellow or skulls? No, it killed me. I was about to kill it. Ah, there we go. It's a trap. Defeat 10 trap rooms in the Underspire. I just got that achievement. Here we go. Here's the dragon. Alright, I'm going to use the lantern because I have a feeling I'm not going to make it to the 4th boss. I only have 5 torches right now. I'm going to get 7 more tomorrow. You know, the third boss isn't worth doubling, and I don't think I'm gonna make it to the fourth boss basically. So I could double this and get 2 Imperial Deeds and 2 Epic Vault Keys. I'm the type of dude that always says you might as well double the first boss's loot if it's between the first and the second boss. But I forgot to do the first boss, so I'm gonna do the second boss. Second boss isn't bad either. You will need a bunch of Imperial Deeds later, and Epic Vault Keys are nice, but you don't know what's in there, so it could be nothing. Could be a picture of Cedric, and 2 Imperial Deeds and a picture of Cedric could be what you're doubling. But forget what the first dragon drops. It's like Ritz and something else, but I feel like this one's better to double. I think maybe a bronze orb, right? So an elite orb, like a bronze elite, right? And a like Ritz or something. Is that what the first one does? Those are 2 things you know exactly what they're for, you know exactly what they are, and you're doubling it. If you do the second boss, it's an epic vault key, which is nice, but it could just be a picture of Cedric and like some, you know, crappy epic vault key. And the 1 Imperial Deed to make it 2, like, that's good for later in the game, like way later. What's this chest? Oh. Alright, last fight, then I definitely gotta go, and I'm probably gonna feel like I streamed way too long. So it's gonna add to my depression, anxiety, irritation, and annoyance today. Cool. Why'd you scream? I must be screaming at myself. Why'd you stream that long, idiot? And there's no reason to point to either. Sometimes there is. Be like, oh yeah, well, you know. But today it's gonna be like, nope, you're just dumb. Why'd you keep doing that? Why are you hitting yourself? Quit hitting yourself. Quit hitting yourself. That's what it feels like. Ah, she took the skulls. Man, now I'm entangled. We're gonna have to cast Rakia a few times. Let's do this. Got that. That's nice. Might as well before it dies. Ooh, we got a Maldron. Okay, put a bunch of purple up. That's good. I like that. We like purple. Let's hit the purple again. Ooh, we're about to get Rakia again. Got her. Did I use the lantern or did I use a torch? I'm probably a dummy and I don't even know if I used the lantern, dude. Oh well, I can do it next week. Can't remember if I was probably too busy complaining. Oh well. If I did, I did. If I didn't, I didn't. It's not a big deal. Just beating this second boss is pretty cool. However, I did it. Sometimes I forget to use the lantern when I want to use it. Sometimes you accidentally use the lantern when you don't want to use it. Sometimes you forget to use the lantern. I guess I could lose this fight on purpose if I accidentally used a torch. But I'm not that... I don't care that much. And I might have used the lantern. I don't know. I was busy complaining. Alright, what do we get? No, I forgot. Oh well. I'll use it on the first boss next week instead. I clicked the stupid torch like a dummy. Oh well. It's really not that big of a deal. The lantern will carry over. I can use it next week. We got our keystone though. So we killed 2 dragon bosses. We made it to the 3rd zone. And I'll likely just continue. I'll have 11 more torches and I don't know if I'll like keep going in zone 3 or maybe I'll go back and fight some like sentinel fights or I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm probably not going to make it to the next boss either way. But that was my main goal, get that 2nd dragon boss dead. Alright y'all, thank you so much for watching. You guys are the best, appreciate y'all. Could be anywhere else and you were here today. That's why you rule. Shout out to Tyrion. We didn't have a goose egg because of Tyrion. and that always helps a little. But I'll see y'all, I guess Monday, if I feel like it, I guess. I don't know. Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday.